What's up, legends? Hope you're having an amazing Thursday. Welcome back to the channel. If it is your first time here, massive welcome to you. If you are returning, thank you for your loyalty. This video is likely to be super quick because there is a trade setup that I'm looking at that I want to talk about. But before we do that, just want to take a general look at the market as we always do. So Bitcoin is looking good on a higher time frame. This is a 4-hour for a break and retest of this level, creating a higher low. Looking good so far there. Ethereum is the same deal, currently looking like it's a break and retest. However, as I film this, we have only just opened this candle, so there is 3 hours to go on the 4-hour candle for both of those. The USDT dominance looks like it's creating a head and shoulders. It's at the neckline now, but if that breaks, that's going to be good for crypto. US dollar down here is a little bit of a worry because even though we're creating lower highs, which looks fairly good, there is the potential for this to be forming a bear flag of sorts right now. So it may mean that any upside we have in the market is only going to be temporary, potentially just for today, maybe today into tomorrow. But this is the one to watch carefully, because if this starts to push up and break out of that trend line there, then that's going to bring crypto back down. NASDAQ is also a bit of a worry because we have hit on this resistance 2 times. What I would like to see with the NASDAQ is for it to hold these higher lows and break through that resistance line. That's going to give me confidence in crypto again moving up. But if it does break through that line, I still will then need to double check what's going on with the Dixie to see if it's going to hold it. And the 10-year yields are looking great. Lower highs, broken a key support, retested that support and looking to head further down. This is the main thing as well. So this starts to head down, then the market's going to be okay. But there is another level just here, so it may just be a temporary downside, and we're certainly not out of the woods yet, especially because it could bounce literally where it is right now. Okay, let's get into Bitcoin. Couple of things I want to show you. Last night I actually did take a scalp long off this with my target being at 20,800. I actually uploaded this trade as a YouTube short. Not sure if you checked it out, but let me know in the comments if you actually managed to watch that YouTube short on time. And if you like those 60-second updates, obviously it's not a trade signal for you, but it is something I often do on my TikTok, and just randomly threw it on YouTube as well last night. So let me know if you like those little 60-second updates when something is actually happening in the market, and I can definitely do more of that. So my target on that trade was 20,800. I knew it was a risky trade. That's why I only took it as a scalp, because I did know that we were pumping right into the news event, and it was very likely that the US would reverse it because they're notorious for that. And it turns out they did. I also have the short from the beginning of the week still open. So this one here is the trade of the week. And what we want to look at now is there a chance of this downtrend reversing now, or is it over and done with? So I want to look at what's going on right now. We are right in the dead gap zone before the Asia session opens. And on the 15-minute time frame, we do currently have this rejection of the 200 EMA. It could be at this point in time that this push here is setting the high of the day, but we won't really know that until Asia actually opens and starts to make some movement. One positive I do see in this price action right now is that we do have a W formation here. And if we actually zoom out on that, what I can see here that I know a lot of people will be talking about is a head and shoulder pattern right here. So a lot of people would have been expecting a breakdown because of that. However, this here is the neckline of that head and shoulder right here. And we've bounced off it with a W formation. So at this point in time, it's looking like this head and shoulder may not actually play out, or may not play out yet. The other thing too is if we draw a trend from the top to the wicks, you can see we've now touched on those 3 times. So we have a lot of conflicting information here because we have a failure of the head and shoulder neckline break. We have a W formation at that neckline, but then we also have the 3 touches to the trend line here. And also the fact that we're not in an actual open session trading time as I film this. At this point in time, we have a lot of conflicting information. And here's what I would be looking for if I wanted to take a position today. The positives of this W formation information right here is that it has broken through the 50 EMA. That is usually step one. This is on the 15-minute time frame. Step two is to come back and retest it and create a higher low. So in the Asia session, ideally, what I want to see today is maybe price actually do nothing but go sideways and price catches up to the 50 EMA and we hold it. If we can do that, then towards the end of Asia session today, I'd be looking for a continuation to break this trend line and head to the upside. Initial target still back at 20,800, but then reassess after that if it's a strong move. So that would be the bullish case for today. The bearish case is currently it does look like we have a rejection off the 200 EMA on the 15-minute. Let's have a look at what the 1 hour is looking like. So the 1 hour at this point in time does not actually have the same strength that we're seeing on the 15-minute time frame. There is still 15 minutes for this candle to close, but it does look like a rejection of the 50 EMA on the 1 hour time frame. If we failed to break that 50 EMA on the 1 hour time frame, then I would say that we are heading down today, and it's likely that we will break back down into these zones that I talked about on yesterday's video that are sitting between around just under 19,000 to about 19,500. If you are looking for an exchange to trade leverage on, OKX is my preferred exchange. They don't just have leverage trading, they have spot trading, earn features, coin margined trading, USDT margin trade. They have so much on there. And I also have playlists on this channel showing you how to long and short on OKX. So be sure to use the link down below, as at the moment they do have up to $500 sign up bonuses with that link and 15% off trading fees. So what I want to do now is have a look at high block and see if we can get a hint of which way this may go today. So we can see here that we have had over the past couple of days some leverage build up to the long positions here. Still more people wanting to go long than short. And that little push up yesterday did wipe out a lot of previous short leverage. It's not a lot to go, but we still do have some areas up until close to the 22K area. The delta to the longs at the moment is 8 billion. So it's about a 50-50 chance. If the market makers want to send price up, they can send it up to 22,000, still wipe out some short positions before they actually come back and bring price back the other way. These long positions here are currently feeling safe as price is above their entry. So they don't really have a reason to close their trades. So it may happen that the market makers try to induce traders to open more long positions by sending price up, at the same time using this liquidity to profit from, building that long delta to the upside and then reverse price. So that's definitely something we want to keep an eye on. In trading like this, is giving us a pretty good idea at this point in time of what is going on. So we can see we've got some short positions up here at around 20,500 to about 20,700. That's where we've wicked into so far. But the long positions are within the current 4-hour candle, not below it, which means that these buyers are actually pushing price up into that sell zone. And as we get higher and closer to it, see how that sell zone reduces and actually moves up in levels. So I do think we're going to have a little bit of upside today. I don't think it's going to last, but there should be enough for a long position. We've also got this level here at 21,000 that if we break through this, that would become a target as well. And we do know from high block now that the liquidity is there for them to drive it up to there before actually sending it down. So 21,000 would put it back in this range here, which was around yesterday's high of the day as well. But it doesn't actually look like it's going to be big enough of a move unless you're already in off that hammer. Price would have to now, during the Asian session, come back to the 50 in order to give you a good enough entry to take a long position to somewhere under 21K. That's the only thing. I wouldn't long from here. It would be dependent on getting that retracement of the 50 throughout the Asia session. If not, if we don't get it, like yesterday, we really wanted to get a retracement for a second leg M formation. We didn't get it, and that may happen again today. I wouldn't chase the trade. I would wait to see where we reject to open a short position. And that may not be today. That may be any time up until the weekend. At the same time, definitely keep an eye on what's going on in the rest of the markets keep an eye on this Dixie here, because if price continues up today and you don't have an entry on Bitcoin and this happens to break, that's going to be your signal to look for short positions on Bitcoin and close out any long positions that you have. All right, that's all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have the most amazing weekend. Don't forget, grab the link below for OKX and let me know in the comments below if you caught the YouTube short that I uploaded yesterday, if you enjoyed that content, and if you'd like me to do more of it. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next week.